Well, just when the city of Philadelphia really was in the dumps following the 76ers' absolute collapse, Philadelphia released some really nice OTA practice photos of Jalen Hurts and others. Also, the Eagles have signed another former Oklahoma wide receiver. I'm Thomas Mott. This is the Thomas Mott Show. What's up, guys? Thomas Mott here. Welcome to the Thomas Mott Show on a Tuesday. The 76ers have been a disaster, and while we don't focus in on basketball on this channel, a lot of Eagle fans out there are also Sixer fans, and they were depressed by the Doc Rivers, obviously, Game 7 collapse, and now recent firing, as we'll see here in a second. But Philadelphia and the Eagles have tried to cheer us all up by giving us some really sweet practice footage of Jalen Hurts throwing to DeVonta Smith and throwing to A.J. Brown at OTAs. Take a look at this. Just what we needed. I mean, literally, they released this the day that Philadelphia lost Game 7 to Boston, and basically just to say, guys, we understand. You feel bad about the 76ers, but we have the true team in Philadelphia that's going to bring home another championship. Now, hopefully, they're able to do so. I mean, come on, obviously, the Phillies can do that as well. They've been hot so far, but the Sixers got us all down in the dump, and of course, Jalen Hurts and the Eagles are rewarding us or trying to bring us out of what was a very, very dark Sunday. Not to be outdone, though, how about this video uploaded by the Eagles Twitter account of Nolan Smith playing? This looks pretty good. How good is Nolan Smith going to be this year? I can't decide if he's going to have 12 sacks or he's going to have 4 sacks. Now, I love the Nolan Smith draft pick. I'm not saying that there's a chance he's going to be bad. He might not be great this year, but I think the sky is the limit for him throughout his entire career. And with Hassan Reddick in front of him, boy, he has a really big chance to learn, absorb, and get as good as possible. And hey, maybe produce a ton this year. Maybe give a little bit of a slower rookie season and then burst into the field the second year. You think about Josh Sweat. Josh Sweat didn't do much his first year, and then he really popped in year 2 and year 3. And so hopefully I'm looking for much of the same. But thumbs up for the Eagles, giving us a little bit of OTA footage here, and also the fact that all the stars are there grinding. If you're ever wondering if the Philadelphia Eagles, not just Jalen Hurts, but the rest of them really want to be good this year and really want to, duplicate last season, but also win a chip, I think the fact they're in there in May grinding it out is a really, really, really good sign. Not to mention here, obviously, Doc Rivers was fired, is the right word, by the 76ers. And I don't talk about basketball a lot here, but this was overdue. This needed to be happen. Rivers can't win in the postseason with the 76ers, no matter what team he has. Now, I think you can make a big argument that it's not all Doc Rivers, that Joel Embiid was obviously very, very bad in a lot of these games, or at least didn't show up in Game 7. Harden, the games they lost, was absolutely atrocious. It does seem like the whole idea of the 76ers as currently constructed is not going to do it. They need to go out there and bring in a Damian Lillard. They need to go out there and get somebody else not named James Harden to help Joel Embiid, because Embiid has shown that he's not capable of doing it all himself, much like, maybe you make the case Giannis Antetokounmpo was able to do with the Bucks a couple of seasons ago. He had a good supporting cast, but still, curious you guys' thoughts on the 76ers. I think we can all give a thumbs up for Doc being fired. Bring in somebody else, maybe a Nick Nurse, I don't know, but Rivers, to me, overstayed his due, and what happened in Game 7 was really, really embarrassing. Okay, I want to go over here to a couple of free agent signings, or at least some moves here by Philadelphia, as they have signed one of Jalen Hurts' favorite college wide receivers, and also cut a player as well. Take a listen to this. Quote, "The Eagles on Tuesday made a minor roster swap, signing receiver Charleston Rambo and waiving offensive tackle Gerard Williams. The notable part of this roster move is that Rambo was one of Jalen Hurts' top targets at Oklahoma in 2019. Rambo, 23, played in the XFL this season, but was with the Eagles at their rookie camp earlier this month as a tryout player. He must have done something to impress the Eagles enough to stick around. What we try to do with some of the guys that try out is just have a little extra session just for the guys that we knew that it could be only 2 days that we get to see them," head coach Nick Sirianni said when asked about what it would take for a tryout player to catch his eye. "We had a little extra session at the end just to make sure we don't miss on an Adam Thielen, right? I think he was a tryout guy, at least in my notebook I have it, and I said don't miss Adam Thielen." And of course, when asking about, what the stats here on Hurts' 2019 year at Oklahoma, was his only year there. His top receiver was, of course, CeeDee Lamb with 62 for 13, 27, and 14 touchdowns. But their second leading receiver was Rambo, who caught 43 for 743 yards and 5 touchdowns, end quote. So again, these undrafted free agents or just rookie tryout, walk-on guys are starting to make an impact, and they're guys much like the other receiver from Oklahoma whose name is escaping me right now, but they have two now Oklahoma receivers who formerly played with Jalen Hurts. So does that mean they're going to make the roster? No, but what have I been saying about the wide receiver 3 position all offseason long? It's a wide open competition. It's not like Quez is going to be the guy, but maybe if someone else shines, it is nobody is the guy. Quez can battle, Zacchaeus can battle, Ward can battle, and the rest of these undrafted free agent guys can battle as well, and the best player is going to make this roster. And what you really have, if you are, Rambo or Hazelwood, I believe, or somebody else here, you get to learn underneath DeVonta Smith, who's Heisman Trophy winner at wide receiver, and A.J. Brown, who's a top 3, top 4 receiver in the National Football League. You get to learn behind them. They draw coverages away from you, and you're one-on-one against a slot cornerback, a number 3 cornerback, or a safety. You have a really good chance, Olamide Zacchaeus, or Hazelwood, or Rambo, to make this roster and make a very big impact, and they make some money as well. So thumbs up for this move. This is great, and again, shows you how much they love Jalen Hurts to keep bringing in former guys who didn't make it elsewhere, but did make it when they were with Hurts at Oklahoma. Okay, final news story here quickly. This is interesting. Apparently, the Tom Brady, return to Foxborough is really driving up the price of the Eagles' opening day matchups, day one matchup against the Patriots in September. According to this report, quote, Mike Race of ESPN, the average ticket price for the Patriot-Eagle clash is $807. That makes it the most in-demand ticket throughout the league, as the number 2 hottest ticket for the San Francisco 49ers-Dallas Cowboy game pales in comparison at $501. It'll be Tom Brady's first time back in Foxborough since he faced off against the Patriots in the 2021 season as a member of the Bucs. Patriots could not spoil Brady's homecoming as he got out of Foxborough with a 1917 win, while with his retirement, with the only game Brady played inside Gillette where he isn't in a Patriots uniform, end quote. So the Eagles have a chance to not only win their first game of the season, which is very, very important to get off to a hot start, but also spoil Tom Brady's homecoming and ruin all those sad Patriot fans who spent way too much money, $807 average on a ticket. I think my NFC Championship game tickets were right around there. That's nuts to pay for the Brady one. I get it's Brady, so whatever. I'm not going to poo-poo him too hard. But still, this will be funny if actually Philadelphia is able to win. But also, is of note, Belichick gets all offseason a plan for Jalen Hurts. The defense is always better coming off of this long planning under Bill. It's going to be a dogfight, much like the Lions game was week 1 of this past season. Big, very important for the Eagles to start off strong and show the rest of the National Football League they're not scared of any sort of coaching situation or any sort of Brady return on what could be an exciting day in Foxborough. Okay, plenty more stuff happening next couple of days and weeks here. Again, if you want to tag yourself on social media because you picked up one of the Philly hats, please do so. Philly hat on Instagram. Give it a follow. Also be linked down below in the description box. And get ready for our Wednesday live link tomorrow as we're doing the ticket giveaway. That's beginning to start. You get your entries in during our live show, 7 p.m. Myself and Josh Davis. Always a bunch of fun. I'm Thomas Mott. This has been the Thomas Mott Show.